Pittsburgh Steelers have selected Troy Fautanu, offensive lineman out of Washington, with the number 20 pick in the 2024 NFL Draft. And let me tell you, folks, I am absolutely in love with this pick. As you guys have known, as over the last week, I've revealed who my top draft targets are for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and Fautanu was number 1 on my list. And I'm going to be breaking down the reasons why here on today's breaking news edition of Steelers Talk. But before we get into all of the great stuff, breaking down Troy Fautanu's game and why I think he's going to really fit with Arthur Smith's system here in Pittsburgh, make sure you guys click that subscribe button if you haven't already, and make sure you join our Steelers Talk family. I am so excited to see Troy Fautanu play for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And if you want to get extensive coverage on every single pick that the Steelers make during the NFL Draft this year, make sure you click that subscribe button right now. So let's talk about Troy Fautanu here. And I really do think that he's going to be a great player for this football team. Now, the one concern I do have is that he was flagged for a potential knee issue earlier this week by a number of teams, and that's probably why he fell. So listen, man, is it possible that he just has big-time knee issues and he's never on the field? Yeah, it's possible. All right, but if he works out and he stays on the field, man, this guy's a perfect fit for what Arthur Smith is looking for, either as a center or as a tackle, all right? So I think he's got the physical profile to play either, and he can really play either, in my opinion. He's extremely intelligent, so I really think he could make that transition to center if that's what the Steelers want him to do. But he's also the number 3 overall ranked tackle on my board this year. And the only guys I had higher were Olu Fashanu and Joe Alt. So I think that he's highly intelligent. I think that his footwork is sublime. I think that his intelligence as a pass protector is really, really good. And his athleticism is perfect for what the Steelers want to do in the run game. You look at his 2023 grades here, or stats, 75.5 overall grade, the pass block grade, 88.2, fantastic. The run block grade is lower at 62.6, but that's just because he's not necessarily a people mover, a straight line, all right? He's going to be somebody that, Arthur Smith is going to ask to move people horizontally, not vertically, and that's absolutely something Fautanu can do for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Just under 1,000 snaps last year. He hasn't really had a super big knee injury history or anything, so it's kind of interesting that he got flagged by some of these teams reportedly for that knee issue. But let me know down there in the comments section. Grade the pick for me. A, B, C, D, or F. I'm going to give this an A+ personally, guys. You guys know how I feel about this prospect. I absolutely adore this guy. I think he can play offensive tackle. I think he can play center if you need him to. I think he can play 4 positions. When we know Omar Khan and Mike Tomlin love those position versatile type offensive linemen. So this is going to be the pinned comment on today's show. In just a second, I'm going to talk about our friends at Mando. But while I'm talking about Mando, go ahead and give me a grade for this pick, Troy Fautanu to the Pittsburgh Steelers. And with that, let's talk about our sponsor today at Mando Whole Body Deodorant. You can get $5 off a starter pack today when you use code CHAT at shopmando.com. Ditch the soap and step up to the plate with Mando today. Developed by a doctor, this game-changing formula is safe for your entire body and knocks out odor like a champ. Mando is made with mandelic acid, which picks off odor at the source, keeping you fresh for up to 72 hours. Mando is available in solid sticks, invisible cream, body wash, cleaning bars, and deodorant wipes for on-the-go use. Don't let foul balls ruin your game. Switch to Mando and keep your body odor in fair territory by taking advantage of their special offer for new customers of $5 off their best-selling starter pack when you go to shopmando.com and use code CHAT. I love using their Invisible Cream deodorant, guys. It's just absolutely fantastic. You put it anywhere on your body, and it really just keeps you fresh all day long. And also, I can attest to this, the ladies also love it as well. Mando Starter Pack is perfect for new customers because it comes with a solid stick of deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice like mini body wash or deodorant wipes, and free shipping. I really actually recommend you get the body wash. It smells fantastic. It's bourbon leather is the scent. It's absolutely fantastic. Luckily, I have a discount code to help you get hooked on my favorite smelling whole body deodorant on the market today. New customers get $5 off a starter pack with our exclusive code that equates to over 40% off your starter pack. Use code CHAT at shopmando.com for $5 off your starter pack today. And that's shopmando, so that's shopmando.com. A big thank you to Mando Whole Body Deodorant for sponsoring today's Steelers Talk live stream. All right, so now let's get into Tom Downey's scouting report on Fautanu here. He says, not the usual offensive tackle build, but he has great length. I actually disagree with this from Tom. He is smaller, but I think that he really handles himself well. He's got long arms that's more than enough to play tackle in the National Football League, and he moves incredibly well, and I think he makes up for it with his ability to mirror, with his ability with his hand placement, his balance. It's absolutely fantastic. He pulls really well from the tackle position, so that's something that if you want to run gap, if you want to run power, you can move this guy in that sort of way. He's a very good athlete, and he says that he can get out of position and pass protection, but can be mitigated at guard. I actually disagree with this. I think he's almost always in the right position. I am higher on Troy Fautanu than Tom Downey, our other Chat Sports draft analyst, is. And now you take a look at the offseason profile here, man. Your salary cap, it's actually more than that after they restructured Alex Highsmith earlier this week. You add Russell Wilson, you add Justin Fields, and you get rid of Kenny Pickett and Mitchell Trubisky and Mason Rudolph. It's a big-time upgrade. You're adding Patrick Queen to the defense. You're adding Cordero Patterson as hopefully a really good special teamer. And now you're adding Troy Fautanu, who's looking like he's going to be a bona fide starting center or starting offensive lineman day one for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And that's exactly what I wanted to hear coming out of night one for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now moving forward, the Steelers are going to be looking for another offensive lineman on day two. They're going to be looking for a corner, and they're probably going to be looking for a wide receiver. You still have those three big needs that you need to address. I think that because a Brandon Ayuk trade did not happen this year, watch out for a Courtland Sutton trade. If that news breaks, we're going to have a video for you guys right here on the channel. But just some final thoughts here on Troy Fautanu. I absolutely love this player. I think he can play left tackle, left guard, center, and right guard in the National Football League. And I think this gives you the versatility to take the best offensive lineman at the value that you can get one on day two. If you can get a tackle like a Blake Fisher, you can draft him, and you can put Fautanu at center and put Broderick Jones on the left side. If you can get a really good center prospect that you like tomorrow on day two, you can just put Fautanu at left tackle, and I think he's going to be just fine from the word go. I just think that he is a perfect scheme fit for what Arthur Smith wants to do. He's a great athlete, long arms. He does a lot of things extremely well, and it's super intelligent player as well. And that's something that we definitely could use here on the offensive line for the Pittsburgh Steelers, because you can never have enough smart, versatile offensive linemen. He was my number one target for the Pittsburgh Steelers heading into the night, and I guess you can say I'm pretty happy with the selection. Now let me know down there in the comments section, who should the Steelers draft next? Who should they target on day two? Should they maybe even consider trading back up into round one? Let me know your thinking down there in the comments section. Should it be a wide receiver? That's probably where I'm leaning. Should it be another offensive lineman? Should it be a corner? Let me know your thinking down there in the comments section. Who should the Steelers draft next?